best in class.
Hey, this is Winsome Tang, and you are listening to Jimmy Lam of RTHK Radio 3.
When you hear this piece of music, it usually means late Sunday night on RTHK Radio 1 with 2 hours of best English music lined up for you with the most renowned, experienced DJ and radio personality, Audrey Winsome Tang, Tang YC. Hello, Audrey.
Hi, Jimmy. I'm flattered. You got a really nice piece of introduction on me, and that keeps me going. I love my radio show. I love music.
Yeah, I could see that. So could you share with us, how did you fall in love with radio in the first place?
That started really early, many years ago. When I was in elementary school, my English teacher used to teach us English grammars, pronunciations by picking very nice music, international hits. Back then, my favorite music pieces included those from the Carpenters, a lot of classic, legendary musicians. And I picked up English songs back then. Then I got no money to buy cassette tapes. Back then was cassette tapes or vinyl albums. I got no money. And I listened to radio, a lot of DJ shows. That's how I picked up my interest in listening to international hits.
Oh, okay. And I know you wrote a letter to the RTHK boss to request for opportunity. So how did it all happen?
That was a really bold decision of mine. After listening to my favorite DJs for a few years, I started to think that, could I be a music DJ too? And I told nobody at the time because I thought it was a silly thought of mine. I got no connection. I knew nobody in the industry. But my passion was tremendous. And that's how I considered, why didn't I just write a letter to RTHK? That's my one of my favorite radio channels back then. I tried to present myself as a very promising new DJ. I love music, and I would try my really best to pursue my DJ career. But I was still at school. I was in like Form 6 at the time. I was about to get into university, so I thought that maybe that letter would just go to the dustbin with no reply at all. But fortunately, I got a reply by telephone. Some gentleman, he addressed himself Eric Ng Gali.
Oh,
well,
my God.
Yeah, I love his voice. I listened to his shows every day back then, and his voice was so recognizable, so unique. I thought nobody was playing a prank to me. That is Eric Ng. So I was very overjoyed receiving that call asking for an interview. So that started my first step into RTHK with the beginning of my hope being a DJ.
Oh, wow. So do you still remember your first ever live radio show, and how was it?
My first live was actually fake because I pretended to be live, but everybody was so worried about me being on live for my first show. I taped the show, but some accident happened. Back then, we were still using the open reel. The big open reel recording the tapes, and
And did it stop immediately?
The tape was broken.
Oh.
But I was really prepared for both. I got my tape on, but I got all my CDs, all my scripts, not CD, vinyls in front of me. I was ready to just pretend that I was hosting on radio live, but nobody knew that. I was quite prepared. I was there myself with my tape on, but unfortunately the tape broke. And then I was so nervous, but I was so prepared. I just got my live on. So that was a really something I couldn't explain why the tape was broken, and I was pushed to do my live show, not a fake one.
Oh, okay.
I was cheating, actually, trying to cheat. but my plan failed.
Oh, and what is the most memorable moment you have ever had in your radio career so far?
It's really difficult to pick. I may say that interviewing the top international singers would be the biggest highlight, and really meeting in person with those names like Elton John, Stevie Wonder, Pet Shop Boys, no, on radio. Pet Shop Boys was only a telephone. Duran Duran, all the big names back then, I was able to interview them, talk to them, and spend a few hours with those renowned international music icons back then. These were really treasurable and remarkable moments in my DJ career.
Oh, okay. And apart from being a disc jockey, I know, Winsome, you are involved in Hunger Music, which is related to artist management and also music production. So how do you manage your day? What is a typical day like for you?
I started really early in the morning. Usually I would be in office from 9. That was really unbelievable, because a lot of people thought that we in the music business or entertainment business, we will
wake up at 1 p.m. or
we party out and really party animals.
Yeah.
I look like a party animal. Actually, I am a very sporty person. I work out a lot. I eat healthy. I go to bed early, as early as possible, because I want to wake up early. So I start the day early, like 9, doing paperwork, communications, and then but other people will not be starting so early like me. I have to wait until like before 12 before I contact other people in the business. But I got 3 hours calming my mind, listening to international hits, knowing what's happening in international music scene and local music scenes. So I have 3 hours by myself doing all those things, get my mind prepared, and then the rest of the day will be communications, talking to my artists, arranging activities with my coworkers, and maybe go out for activities, seeing people, meeting people, have discussions, trying to get more opportunities for my artists and my comedy businesses. I will work like until 6, and then if I have no other engagements that I have to meet people, I will go for Thai boxing training, gym work, running training, or listening to music, and get some really light dinner, and then I will go to bed at 11. So that's my day.
Wow, okay, very fulfilling day.
Yep.
And who is your most favorite DJ?
Well, it's hard to name. Can I name a few? But
Eric,
Eric, yes, he's my mentor.
He's your mentor.
Yeah, other is Chen Xiaobo and Alex Tong Jingchun, Deng Oi Lam.
Oh, yeah.
A lot, many. I cannot say who's my favorite. I've got a long list. So if I haven't mentioned those names, please excuse me, because Jimmy just gave me a few quota.
And before I let you go, could you share with us some of the tips on how to be a successful person like yourself?
That's how I cannot say that I'm successful, but I observe other successful people that I looked up to. They will live a healthy life, like really get their mind clear every day. Some of them may not work out like me, but they really spend a lot of time in their business, physically in the office and meeting people, and not just get it really remotely done by your coworkers. You really have to be a hands-on person. And I think this is very important, because your teammates will see that you are really concerned about your business, your everything. I see a lot of people, they just think that, I don't have to stay in the office and just let the team work. It's a matter of luck. If you're really lucky enough to get all the teammates who can read your mind and really fulfill your missions, you are lucky, but that will not happen every day. So I think you have to be really hands-on. But hands-on, not being too hands-on, you have to trust your teammates. Allow them to really implement their thoughts instead of you tell them what to do, step 1 and 2 and 3. At the beginning, yes, some guidelines, but eventually you have to trust them and let them make decisions sometimes, because being one person, you cannot think about all the variables. You cannot consider everything, every scenario. I will trust my teammates. It's a teamwork. They will brainstorm and they will really give me back better ideas that I trust them.
Oh, wow. Okay. So Thank you very much, Winsome.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you. Goodbye.
So I wish you all the best too.
Okay.
Be a good DJ if you want to be.
It must have